Okay, guys, to continue, these are some of your questions that I have collected using your our prior discussion. First question, regarding posting instruction na each points will be have at least 1 day stopover. Paano po ito? Kami po ba ang pipili ng country kung saan mag-stopover or need po namin mag-search ng real-life flights and saan po ang stopover ng particular flights na yon? Okay, so it's a marami siyang tanong, no? So first one is each point will have at least 1 day stopover. So meaning to say there is a 1 day stopover. Again, I cannot mention or cannot define the stopover because it's part of the exam. So please do watch the videos, okay, relating to that matter, particularly anatomy of journey, travel hacks. Okay, so these are the videos that are prepared for you to define what do you mean by stopover. Particularly, it's something to do with the technical definition of the passenger, whether they board the ship or board the aircraft more than 24 hours or less than 24 hours. Paano po ito? Kami po ba ang pipili ng country kung saan mag-stop over? Okay, so for simplicity, let's all start with the point MNL, Manila. So lahat po tayo mag-emanate sa Manila. Magtatapos po, bahala po kayo. So it's a one way. So parang ano siya, no? Parang wala na pong balikan to. It's just a very linear way of flight. So wala po siya intention to go back to Manila again. Okay. Next. Kami po ba ang pipili ng country kung saan po mag-stop over or need po namin mag-search ng real life flights? So it's as part of your job as a travel agent. So part of our job is to, of course, judgment about the connecting city, judgment about the city pair to arrange with. So sino ba unahin natin itong point na to, itong point na to. Kasi pag inuna natin itong isang point na to, mas maraming flight. So mas okay yung flight niya. Kasi pag ito naman, do malapit siya, pero mas pangit yung flight selection. So, of course, you have to justify your selection. So, that includes a portion here that you have to justify. Why do you select or why do you arrange in that fashion, diba? Bakit? Kasi, I mean, this exam is, of course, it's mostly sanay kasi tayo sa exam na what eh. So, what? So, tatanungin ko na what is this? So, bigay mo sagot. Here is basically you're being asked for the question, why do you do that? So what's your basis, diba? So ganyan ang tanong mo, diba? So I could answer you, it's up to you as long as it's valid. When you say valid, that it is in the perspective ng client will be beneficial, and of course that is in harmony with our the established norms in the industry, as I have previously mentioned during my video in the travel hack. So, mag-refer ka doon. Okay? So, bahala ka. Kasi minsan, pipili ka ng isang point, mas malapit siya nga sa origin, pero wala namang flight. So, how would you select that? Paano? Siyempre, real life tayo, no? Hindi tayo pwede mag-invento ng flight. Okay? So, kung ano yung available, kung ano yung feasible, you have to explain that. That is the available flight na tingin mo, mas better ang kliyente mo doon. Though medyo malalayuan lang siya ng konti. Mga ganon. So, you can, there are many ways on how would you arrange this itinerary. Maraming possible combinations. Next. Babalik po ba ang point of origin or okay lang po na one way? So, as previously mentioned, that will be one way po tayo. So, no longer going back to Manila. Need po ba ng airfares or flight schedules? Okay, for airfares, okay, it's part of your perusal, pero I will not ask for a price of the airfares, no. So pwede niyo siyang gamitin as your basis why do you select the particular route, kasi let's say, syempre mas mura siya. So mas gusto mo i-select tong route na to kasi mas mura siya compared din sa isang route. So it's up to you. It's your judgment call as a travel agent, 'di ba? Kasi ang test na to is how would you do in real life or simulation? So part din yan ng trabaho natin. So how would you judge based on convenient and trade-off with price? Diba? Flight schedule, you have to show the flight schedule, of course. That is really, really, you have to show. So I asked you, may one day stopover siya because if you select flights, Of course, you're not expert. So, in ticketing kasi, in the flight arrangement, we have the what we call the standard minimum connecting time. So, you are not familiar with that. So, medyo mahirapan kayo na ascertain yung connectivity ng mga flights. Now, for you to be, parang madaling buhay nyo, that's 24 hours or 1 day stopover. Okay. Next, you have to show the flight schedule po. Next is, sa 1 day stopover po ba, need po ba may puntahan ng tourist attraction or sa airport lang po yun? No, it's not specifically mentioned. No? So, wala po kayong lalagay. But basically, our concern is not the tours. The concern here is the issuance of the ticket. So, it's up to the client whether or not he will go or would stay at the airport. But I think common sense dictates na he will go outside. Okay. Now, hypothetical lang naman kasi siya. Now, I have done at each one we have the 1 day stopover kasi nga para madali po tayo, hindi po tayo magkamali sa minimum connecting time, which is more advanced, no? So, kasi syempre sa airline kasi, you have to check whether, let's say, connecting flight ka, you have to check whether this connecting flight would really connect, diba? Hindi kasi pwede ka let's say, connecting flight mo lang from Manila to Hong Kong, then Hong Kong to Vancouver. For example lang Manila to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to Vancouver, let's say 30 minutes. Pwede ba yun? Magko-connect ba yun? See? So, pag ganyan, medyo dali ka na doon. Mag-ari ka magkamali kasi nga 30 minutes. Pero wala kang choice kasi yun ang succeeding flight di ba? So, of course, may mga ganong mga specifications. So, for this purpose, para madali tayo, it's 1 day stopover. Okay? So, I hope you would really understand that. Next. Need po ba namin maghanap ng actual flights ng mga given currencies with appropriate routes and flights type? Yes, you have to look for the actual flights. Now, I leave it upon to you kung anong flight ang gusto mo. Pero syempre, alam nyo naman po ang dapat nyong gawin, di ba? If you're the person going to use that itinerary, matutuwa ka ba kung, alam mo, kung puro connecting flight ka, di ba? So, you have to choose, okay? So, I leave upon your discretion kung ano yung makakabuti. Okay? Actual flight po tayo that this exam is a simulation. Okay? Simulation po siya. Huwag kayong lahat ng mga points na yan. May mga possible flights yan. Kasi these are major cities or major hubs. Okay? Hindi naman siya parang katulad ng Port Moresby, yung mga never been known island, Bermuda Island, mga ganyan. Hindi naman. So, you will find a lot of possible flight combinations. Next. Real life flight po ba need or route lang po ang gagawin? Real life flight po ang kailangan. So kailangan may flight details ka. So you have the flight details refers to the airline, the flight number, let's say for example Cathay Pacific 3993, mga ganon. So that's the flight details, no? So flight details, the flight number, you have the city pair, you have the date, tentative date, okay? You have the estimated time of arrival, estimated time of departure, and estimated time of arrival. So that's it. That's the flight details that I would want to see. Next. Need po ba mag-provide ng specific airline for each country? Again, it's up to you. Of course, there are some certain countries, let's say Manila, medyo limited lang mga flights na or mga airlines nagpa-fly sa Manila. So it's up to you kung anong pipili mong carrier. It's part of your perusal as a travel agent. So I would like to see how well is your judgment ability. Next, kung yung cities lang po na state ang gagamitin, bali non-stop po ba lahat? Again, it's up to you. If you use non-stop, direct, or connecting, there is a chance for you to reason it out. It's up to you. Now, of course, you have to put yourself to the shoe of your client at the end of the day. So, ikaw. Kasi exam to, hindi ko pwedeng sabihin yung gagawin mo, di ba? Yun. Okay, follow. Yung global indicator routing code po per flight po ba? Okay, you can do it per flight or per segment, or if you want, you can do it the whole points, stated points. You can either do it, let's say, city pair first, city pair 2, city pair 3, city pair 4, if you want. Now, if I were you, I could do that in a single straight line. So you can do it from the origin down to the outbound destination mo. Okay. So that's it. So tingnan natin sa iba. Okay, so deadlines, extend natin ang deadline from the original date ng, of course, to give you lead times or time for adjustment on your part. Okay, so yun siya. So if you have some questions, you can put it down in comments so para mas okay din siya. Okay, so thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you. Yan. Okay. Okay, thank you, thank you.